Hi, I'm Alex from NME, and we're here at Madcore Festival 2025 with Swedish hardcore legends Refused. How are we doing?
We're doing pretty good. Yes. Yes.
So you're about to go on stage in a couple of hours at Mad Cool. What have you got planned for your Spanish fans?
Try not to pass out in the heat. We are potato farmers from the north of Sweden, so this intense heat for us is quite excruciating, I'd say. But I mean, I don't know. We just try to play a great show and give Madrid a worthy send-off, because we are breaking up the band, which is...
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, I was going to ask you actually, is this really the last time we're going to get to see you on this tour?
Yes.
Short answer.
Yeah, no, we have other plans for our future, and Refused doesn't fit in there.
What about in maybe 10 years' time? You know, you might want to come back and play a tour?
No, I already feel like... so what we're doing with Refused is very physical and quite demanding, and I already feel like it's pushing it. So I don't want to be... Because 10 years I'll be 62. That's not a good look to try prance around in tight pants, so no.
Well, I mean, Iggy Pop is on the other stage.
That is true. I'm going to see Iggy for the 20th time tonight, and he does it pretty well still. But
honestly, he has way better songs, so he doesn't have to go as hard as we have to cover up for how shitty our songs are.
Oh, I mean, you've been harsh on yourself.
If we had been smart, we would have been a shoegaze band, because then you could do that at 90.
I don't know. I don't think Iggy Pop could do new noise like you guys do.
No, but that's the thing. I think we can still do new noise, but maybe not in 10 years. You know, we'll leave it. But it was just time. We've been doing this for a long time, and we felt that just want to do different things. And we're very stubborn people. Last time it took us 14 years to get back together, and I think that's just, you know, so. Yes, December 2025 will be the last shows of our career. Yeah. Well, with this band. With this band.
You'll still be making music, obviously.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I wanted to ask, actually, because you put out a 25th anniversary special tribute version of your iconic album, The Shape of Punk to Come. Yeah. It had people like Idols on it, Horror, and considering you are on your farewell tour, I wondered if you thought you're leaving hardcore in good hands.
Yeah, I mean, I think that hardcore as a subculture has never been more musically interesting. We can debate if DC 81 was the best or LA 82, or, you know, but as far as like musically creative and interesting, I think hardcore of 2025 is fantastic, and I do think we're leaving it in good hands. And I mean, we're not leaving. Yeah. We're just doing other stuff. But I do think that hardcore right now is super interesting and super fun, which I really like. Yeah.
It's like in the deep underground, a lot of really interesting, like the type of like K-Town Fest type bands, like the DIY underground scene. Tons of great bands. And then in between there's a lot of interesting stuff. And now there's even like, it feels like with Turnstile that like hardcore is reaching like crazy heights as well, so it's like all across the spectrum. It didn't feel like that 15 years ago.
Have you seen Turnstile live yet?
I've seen them. I loved it. I thought it was mind-blowingly good. But I gotta give a shout out to High Vis, which is my favorite hardcore band right now. They're my favorite contemporary hardcore band. They're fucking amazing.
Tell us more about them for people who don't know.
High Vis is, I think they're based in London. They're from the north of England, and they mix like indie rock, Britpop with hardcore and house music, and they're really raw and violent live. And no, the guitar player's from Ireland, but the band is they're based out of London, but I think they're from the north of the UK. Fantastic band, High Vis. That's my recommendation to everyone out there.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
And obviously you guys are from Sweden.
Yes.
Do you think now it's kind of easier for Swedish bands like yourself in the hardcore and punk scene to break through into sort of global audiences?
I have no idea. I mean, I guess we all live in a kind of like global world now, so it feels like if anything is really exceptionally good, it can really reach a lot of people. But I think that for this music, where this stuff grows is in the deep underground, and if you have a healthy underground scene, then there's always going to be good bands.
And I think Sweden, as a music country, for the past even 20 years, with everything from Helicopters to the Hives to Ghost or to Viagra Boys, Fever Ray. I mean, the musical output from Sweden for the past 25 years has been pretty exceptional, which I think that I feel like a lot of Europe, especially mainland Europe countries, don't have it as easy as Swedes, and Swedes are more accepted in the UK or in America, and it hasn't been. I mean, maybe in the early days for us, but always the exotic element of being in Sweden has always been something that's been an advantage. It's never been oh, they're from Sweden, I'm not going to book their band. It's always been,
If someone says, oh, it's a really, really great post-punk band from Armenia, you're like, that is very interesting. But if someone's like, oh, it's a post-punk band from Sweden, you're like, okay.
Oh, that's 50% of the population.
Exactly, yeah.
I guess what's interesting also is that obviously the Shape of Punk to Come came out and didn't really make a splash, and it took ages until you guys became a cult band and came back 14 years later.
Yeah.
But now, with obviously our digital lives and everything like that, do you think it would have happened much sooner then?
I mean, maybe, but we wouldn't have made that record.
They would have hated us faster and more.
I think, yes, the demise would have been even faster. Because, I mean, it is true, when that record came out, it came out in January of 1998, and we broke up in October of 1998. Yeah. And we toured it, and the whole hardcore scene was just you guys just turned into some pretentious bullshit. And we're and so we broke up. And I mean, when we broke up, we did break up with a tail between our legs. And we're yeah, that was kind of a failure. And then, all of a sudden, we're watching from the sidelines. We're what is happening with this record? But I do think in the social media landscape, if that record would come up, people would have hated it really hard.
And I've got to ask you guys about The Bear, because it's one of my favourite TV shows. Yeah. But obviously, you were on the first season soundtrack, and got a whole load of new fans. I wondered, did you notice a different type of person coming to your gigs after that?
Not so much, but I mean, it's to be on a TV show like that, and I mean, we got the contract for next season they're using the song again. You're what? It's insane. I guess the producer's a big fan of our band.
They got in touch and wanted the song. They paid to have the song on the Golden Globes, I think.
Oh yeah.
And then Martin Short and Steve Martin were giving out an award, and as they read the thing out, it was someone from The Bear, and they were Steve Martin and Martin Short were standing there, and then our song started playing in the PA.
You never thought that would happen?
No. That was not on the list of possible things to happen.
It's in the book of Revelation, that it's a sign of the apocalypse.
Did you send those guys tickets after you saw the Golden Globes? They could have turned up at one of your gigs.
Yeah, I don't know.
They could have introed you. They could have been your compere.
That would have been great. I don't think they understood what was going on. But no, it is fantastic. And I mean, I think with the Bear, you reach new people. But mostly it's my friends that are holy shit, you're on this, I do think we did music for a video game called Cyberpunk, yeah. And that got us a lot of young new fans. Yeah. Every show we played in the States, there's a couple of really young kids with samurai shirts up front looking sad because we only play a few songs.
We put our last record out basically at the same time. Yeah. And the biggest song from that got maybe not quite a million, maybe a million. But the things we did for the computer game got 40 million plays.
It's a weird reality to live in. But yeah, we got some new fans. So that's cool.
That's so cool though, because it must be so good to have because there's lots of hardcore punk bands who are maybe big in the 90s or noughties or whatever, and they're playing shows now, and it's kind of the same fans. But it must be so sort of gratifying for you to look out and seeing young people as well as the old guys.
No, I love it. I think that we have a tendency, as you said, a lot of people a bit older people come out and shows, but we're lucky enough that there's like a young generation discovering music, which is super cool. So
There's also something very special about a very happy old guy. You look out in the crowd and you see some dude, maybe he didn't smile this week yet, and he's just so happy, like a little girl.
And he's like, I'm going in the pit for the first time in 10 years. We're like, yes, you are. So that's actually pretty awesome as well.
Well, speaking of pits at your shows, your last UK show is at Brixton Academy,
yes.
which is down the road for me, actually, like
Yes.
5 minutes walk.
Yes,
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Quicksand and Chisel.
Yeah.
Last time we played there was with GBH, Madball, Sick of It All, Peter and the Test Tube Babies.
Exploited. Fuck Reading Festival in '96. They did not like us.
They really didn't like us.
They hated us.
What happened?
Well, they just fucking whackers, piss off, fucking whackers. Like the whole set.
Our bass players
That's what a hardcore band wants, isn't it?
spat on them.
Yeah, you didn't give a shit.
No.
And it was like all Mohawk punks, and then we walked up, and they're like, "Fuck you!" I'm like, "Oh." So it's gonna be amazing to play.
Revenge.
Well, I can't wait, and I'll let you go so you can get rid of your mad cool stuff.
Yeah.
But it's been an absolute pleasure to meet you, and
It's great.
I hope you come back in 14 years.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.